I've got a tip for you if you want to speak Australian.
I do, more than anything.
Okay, so if you say rise up lights.
Yeah. Why would I say that, though?
Just say it.
Okay, rise up lights.
Sounds like an Australian saying razor blades.
It's like a dad joke, but not.
Yeah.
This is Total Babble. Total Babble. It's a show about music, pop culture, social media, movies, the internet, relationships, TV, whatever. Total Babble. The Total Babble Podcast.
It's like a pre-show prayer to Jesus. Dear Jesus, let us have a good show. Because if you do exist, we're the real Christians.
Dear baby Jesus.
I'll go into
Tiny
another
baby Jesus.
prayer this week.
I love that in this timeline, you are now praying. I love that we have reached that level of absurdity in the political timeline.
Yeah.
That we've unlocked. Stu is praying.
Well, I'm a real Christian. If they exist, I'm the real one. I'm much more legitimate than those other fuckers, so.
I want to see some sort of reality TV show like the Fresh Christian of Bel-Air. Like, I don't know, I want to see people competing to out-religious the other person.
Kind of like Survivor with Jesus. I like it.
Yeah, but the irony of the whole show is that they're all fucking insufferable and surviving each other.
As most Christians do and are.
And they're a parody of all that they should be, yet aren't.
You ever see Righteous Gemstones? That's basically what the TV show Righteous Gemstones is. It's a great show.
Oh, I should watch it.
Yeah, it is really good. It's on HBO Max, which you can get for like $2.99 a month now. I got that special deal, and that is worth it. There's good stuff on there.
Good to know.
All right, so apparently show has started. We've just done that again. I always intend to start the show out regular, and sometimes it just goes astray. There's no way I'm losing that gold in the edit. So hi, welcome to the show. I'm Stu, she's Emily, and I am just raw dogging life without medication again. How's everybody?
I also love that now you are using raw dogging after I believe we put it on the list of bullshit insufferable phrases of 2025 from last week.
That was a direct quote from last show, raw dogging life without medication, and I just think it's a good way to go through life if you can. I think that's wonderful. Yeah.
I 100% agree. I always look forward to this sort of hour-ish of a week where we just make things weird. I was thinking about it
don't turn your head
morning.
to the left that way because it makes you go off mic access and then it sounds weird.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I was
right.
spacing out.
Yeah.
I was having a moment of quiet reflection away off microphone.
If you want to do that, just do something less distracting and just sit there and don't say anything except for om. Just do that. That'll be a good show.
Om.
See?
Speaking of om,
yeah.
And I promise this is connected. But
oh my.
Oh my goodness. Om is supposed to be the sound of creation of the universe. And I have a few mates who are quite crunchy and spiritual. We've talked about this. But last night, my eldest son said something to me that made me laugh out loud. As I was tucking him in, I was giving him a hug. And I was telling him that I love him and that I'm proud of him. And I'm so glad that he's my son. And he said to me, Mum, I'm so glad that you're my mum. And I'm also really thankful that you're not one of those mums who believes that autism is caused by bad vibrations and that it can be fixed by having a clay bath. I was just like, that is so oddly specific.
That sounds weird. That sounds like Cure the Gay kind of, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he sort of went further on to say, you know, we started talking about like all of the rhetoric that's in the news media about what causes autism and people trying to cure it and all of that kind of stuff. And he's like, yeah, just thanks for not being basically a lunatic. So I was like, cool. Shout out to all the kids living with loons.
Thanks for not being Jenny McCarthy, Mom. There's another way to go. Don't be Jenny McCarthy. Although I saw her once in person, and oh my God. No makeup, just a sweatsuit, and one of the most impressive women I've ever seen. But then she turned into a lunatic, and who wants that?
It is a bit
Jim Carrey,
rough.
apparently.
Well,
So
yeah. Well,
anyway, before we actually get going, let me just say this. I've been hearing from a couple new listeners and heard from one on Blue Sky, I think it was, and she said that she went and checked out the show from episode 517 because that's how far back Apple would let her go on the podcasts, and she loved it, and she's a new listener. So what I want to do is just do everything we did on episode 517. So as we go through this week, just keep that in mind and make sure that you're positioning yourself and doing things as we did on episode 517.
well, as you know, I have completely unaided recall of every episode we've ever done.
Yeah, you're like Mary Lou Henner.
Yeah. What was the title of episode 517?
I looked it up and I don't remember now because I have terrible short-term memory. I think it was the one where I got in a fight with a guy at a Mexican food restaurant. I think it's the one where he put me on hold for 20 minutes and I drove down there. I think
And you
that's what
drove
it
down
was.
there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what that one was. And
The burrito biff.
you were just a delight that episode. So yeah, just be episode 517. It'll be like our 6-7. Episode 517. We'll just do that.
517. I think I already told you that I introduced the boys to 369.
No. What's that? Is that a new form?
From the window to the walls. It's how that song starts.
I don't know that song that you're talking about. That's why I looked at you blankly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Becky.
Is
look
it?
at her
butt.
butt.
Yeah, there's a song called 369?
No.
Okay.
Get Low by Little John.
Oh, okay. I can't be a part of that. I understand that I'm not the demo and I don't hate Little John, but it seems like just it's a lot of yelling, and no. That's how Puff Daddy got famous, is just randomly yelling shit. I don't need to be a part of that.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, if you do have the opportunity, you will not enjoy it.
Okay,
However,
good.
For academic purposes, one may choose to listen to the song Get Low, but the start of the song is like 369, damn you're fine, and then it goes on, and very famously, and that's why I gave you the chorus, because I thought, surely the man would have heard this.
God, yeah.
Alas, you have not.
Yeah.
I can't believe you have never heard Get Low by Little John.
I try not to.
Well, and the East Side Boys.
I try to be open to stuff I need to be, but I see a Little John and then I hear a little clip and I'm like, no, I'm not going to seek that out. I don't need to be a part of it. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying I'm right for me.
You are right.
I just came up with that in my head and I'm pretty proud of it.
I like the positivity.
Positive. That's me always, If you like this show, like, follow, subscribe, rate it, Apple Podcasts. You can do the rate review thing. Phone number, if anybody ever decides to use it, is 818-570-0753. I'm realizing more and more that nobody uses the phone ever for anything anymore. Like, have you ever in the last year tried to call Best Buy?
Oh, I'm trying to cut down on calling Best Buy.
You can't call a normal store. But Best Buy just doesn't have a phone for their stores anymore. And if you try to call a Target, they don't answer. And from now on, we'll just start texting stores and see how that goes. I'm convinced that'll be the next trend. So
I feel like I can't even call my kids' activities.
Like their soccer games and that kind of thing?
Specifically swimming.
Yeah.
They have it's a pool, so it's not going anywhere.
Right.
They've got all of these people that mill around the desk. I see them every time I get there. And yet, every time I call, I get voicemail like they don't have 1,000 teenagers that work there, because I see them. And the reason I was trying to call was because we got stuck behind some random road closure, like a tree was felled or something across the thing. And so we were 20 minutes late to a 30-minute swim lesson. So I was trying to call them so they didn't charge me and maybe get on a different lesson. No matter how many times I tried to call, no one answered, and I felt very alone.
Well, they just can't be
sad.
bothered. People can't be bothered to help other people anymore. So that's what it comes down to.
It is funny that you say that, because I think it is increasingly true.
Anyway, we've been away for the holidays, and I went to a doctor's appointment. I did the checkup thing and went to the dentist. And I don't know if we've covered this in our history together, but I am Wondermouth. I go to the dentist about once every 5 years, and everything is fine. And that's the way it was this year. I have a little bit of receding going on in the back, but nothing major. And this leads me to my other thing. And this is the soft toothbrush conspiracy. I am convinced that they tell you to use a soft toothbrush at the dentist because it doesn't actually clean as well and it makes them more money. And also they do tell you, oh, you don't want to use a firm toothbrush because it will tear away at the enamel on your teeth. I always use a firm toothbrush. I brush with baking soda about once a week and I have plenty of enamel. So I'm just saying, if you want to go by me as an example, Wondermouth, soft toothbrush, useless.
I've never heard don't use this firm toothbrush before.
Everybody I talk to says no, firm toothbrush is only soft. You'll hurt yourself.
So in your neck of the woods, there's people can't be trusted.
Everybody listening right now is saying, yes, I know what you're talking about, Stu.
With a bristly brush.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's having knives for hands. You can't be trusted. Take them out. Soft brushes.
If you
for
walked
everyone.
out into the street right now and interviewed some random redneck, they would say, yes, you're not supposed to use a firm toothbrush. I'm convinced of it. And maybe this week you can do some research and get back to us.
I have no doubt that you are, in fact, correct. I've just never internalized that particular, the soft brush message, because I, too, am on the hard bristle train.
You don't feel as clean without the firm.
Right?
Right.
Honestly, if they're not bleeding, I didn't do my job.
It's weird that you say that because when I floss, I really get in there and I'm aggressive. And unless I have that kind of abused, achy feeling in my gums, I don't feel like I've done it well.
It's like exercising.
Exactly.
How do you know you did it
Yep.
if it doesn't hurt afterwards?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then everything at the dentist went well. It was great. No big deal. Got the cleaning. I forgot, though, about that terrible, terrible noise.
Yeah.
No, not that. The modern country music that they play at the office. It was not the drill. And they played this country shit. It's, I can go with you on real old school kind of traditional country here and there, but you play that modern top 40 country bullshit, and I can't be a part of that.
Also, don't they know that after November the 1st, it's Mariah Carey's Christmas album or nothing? This is what plays everywhere. It's all the Christmas hits. Everywhere you go, it is just holiday music everywhere.
I try to avoid it, so I just don't go anywhere. I think that's the key. Go nowhere, and you won't be impeded upon with the terrible Christmas music.
It is quite terrible. Do you know whether or not there are any metal Christmas albums?
There is. There's a Twisted Sister Christmas, which is pretty fun. If you can put yourself in the mindset of like kind of not that great aggressive Christmas music, it's good. It's fun. There was another one. I think Dio was involved in one or something. I don't want to misspeak about the Dio. I could be wrong. But Spinal Tap, Christmas with the Devil. That's a good one. Great song. Raise your fists, yo. And there you go. Also this week, I wanted to tell you I learned the true meaning of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day, I was out riding my bike. I said, I'm going to be traditional. Going to have some Italian food later, and I'm going to go out for a bike ride. And the grocery store was open, and I went inside to get a salad or something. But anyway, there's a guy outside sitting there, kind of shaky, looked pretty homeless, and he's asking people, do you have any spare change? Do you have any spare change? I said, well, I'm not going to give him spare change because he looks a little bit shaky and I don't want to supply his drug habit. But I said, I'm going to do what I tell people to do and don't talk about it that often. I'm going to go in and I'm going to buy him some food. So I went in and they have the sandwiches there in the deli. I said, I'm going to get him one of those. Those are like $9 or $10 now. And I said, what the fuck? I said, I'm looking to help the world, but I'm not spending $9 on a sandwich. So I found one that said reduced. I think it was the expiration date, but I said, okay, it's still good. $3.60. I walk out. And as I leave, I said, hey, I don't have any change, but here I got you some food. And he said, no, that's okay. I had one already. And I said, really? Here, it's sealed. He said, no. And he was almost like offended. Like, I'm outside begging for change so I can supply my drug habit, perhaps, but I'm offended that you're handing me a sandwich. You don't want to sell it for drugs or something? I didn't say that, but I wanted to say that. Here, take this. You can sell it for drugs. And he didn't want it, so now I'm stuck with this sandwich. So now I'm walking around the parking lot of the grocery store going, hi, I just bought this for the homeless guy over there. No bullshit. It's still sealed. Can I give it to you? I won't eat it. It has turkey in it. And people are like freaked out. Apparently, I look like a crazy homeless person. No, I don't want it. Thanks. Do you know how hard it is to give away a sandwich that you've just bought? I went to the local sandwich shop, somebody walking in. I said, I know you're going in there, but here, do you want this one for free? I just bought it. That guy doesn't want it. No, that's okay. Why don't you go over to the gas station over there? There's more homeless people over there. So I ride my bike with the sandwich on the handlebars over to the gas station. It's not that funny.
Oh, it is, though. Please continue.
It's not that much of a Larry David story.
Please continue, because I might, in fact, shit my own pants. Like,
So
okay.
Me and the sandwich ride our bike over to the gas station, and there's no homeless people there, and I just want to get rid of this goddamn sandwich. So I walk in, and there's the woman there working at the gas station. I said, hey, how's it going? And I butter her up at first. I said, I'm sorry you're working Thanksgiving Day. That must suck. I said, I just bought this for a guy over at Ralph's that didn't want it. He was a homeless guy. Can I give it to you? And she looked at it, and she goes, well, okay. And I gave it to her. I said, have a very fine Thanksgiving. I'll never try to be helpful again. And she said, thank you. And then we moved on with our day. That's the way that all went.
That is it's very nice of you.
That's what you should do. You should try to help people, but sometimes it doesn't work.
That's true. I want to tell the story from the innocent observer who maybe just pulled up in their car as you came out to hassle the homeless guy. And I want to hear how he's telling that tale of the turkey sandwich.
And if we're painting the picture,
family.
Know that I've got my stupid bike shorts on, and I've got a big backpack in case I have a flat tire, and I've got a bike helmet and sunglasses and a face mask.
There's a man dressed as a penis. There's a man dressed as a penis wearing a mask who, you should have seen him. Yeah. He walked out of Ralph's with immense purpose and went straight up to this homeless guy and started trying to thrust a sandwich into his hand. The homeless guy was objecting vigorously, but the guy in the helmet just wouldn't have it.
It wasn't that aggressive. Sure, you can portray it that way. And now that I've heard it come out of your mouth, maybe he wasn't homeless. Maybe I offended him. Maybe he just needed drugs and he was outside sitting there begging for drug money. And maybe he was going to go back to his very nice apartment in upper middle class Orange County.
Okay. I've got to tell you an amazing story that happened around here. It's not that amazing, but we'll circle back to it about people who aren't actually homeless, who are on the grift.
Right.
Okay, so we're observing the cyclist in his cutie patootie lycra bike shorts, okay, trying to give a man a sandwich. The guy's not even homeless, okay?
That's what could be.
He just needs a quarter for the gum machine, all right? He just wants one of those fake rings.
Yeah.
Because he wants to propose to his girlfriend. Anyway, who knows? Then this guy is just holding a sandwich out in front of him and just going up to anybody who makes eye contact with him and asking them if they would like a sandwich.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a mask in a parking lot. He's going up to people as they're getting out of their cars, offering them a sandwich. Then he goes to the sandwich shop. I don't know how I would react I know you, so I'd be like, all right, this is classic Stu, I'll eat your sandwich. But imagine how terrified people getting out of their car could be, like a young lady, okay? Yeah. I'm a young lady. I get out of my car. I hear horror stories about people in white vans and stuff. Don't take food or drink from strangers.
And if we're going to go with this story, tell me, what are you wearing? Tell me that.
Yeah, exactly. What are you wearing?
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
You've got a schoolgirl outfit on. Okay, go on.
And so I took the sandwich from the man and I ate it, and then I got in trouble. Yes, but what were you wearing with the sandwich? But it would be mildly disconcerting, I think, to be approached with a sandwich. It is nice. I do like it. It's very kind. But I do also see it from the alternative perspective.
And now that we're talking about it, I guess I do too. If somebody approached me with a sandwich that was like provolone and avocado, I would normally eat that, but I would also be very suspicious, and I don't know if I would take it.
Right. Like, why? I had a conversation with a friend earlier today. She travels a lot, and she purchased some alcohol from a distillery, and she moved house recently, and she was like, oh, I'm going to go and open up that gin. And she was saying to me she went to it and she couldn't remember if she'd personally opened it, but the seal was broken on it. So she threw the whole thing out. She'd brought it all the way from Ireland because she was afraid of contamination. And I think this sort of fits with that. I mean, I don't know how you got the Rohypnol into the turkey meat, but maybe you can
it's
patent
built
the
in.
formula.
It's tryptophan, and that works on its own. Hey, baby, want some turkey? That's what you do. Bill Cosby, well known, used to give girls a turkey sandwich. So there you go.
I love this. I absolutely love this. Giving a girl a turkey sandwich has now become the euphemism for rowing someone. I like that you went to the gas station and gave a girl a turkey sandwich.
Well, that's where I was instructed to go. They told me there's more homeless people over there, and there were not.
Homeless hunter. Da 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 da. It's just only.
Trying to do good in the world.
I love this. This has been a great story. I don't know if other people have enjoyed it as much as I have, but I love this story. It makes me very happy.
I just don't know. I'm questioning myself if it was enough, episode 517 enough. I think it might be, but I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out.
I think
517.
517. I think to be 517, there would have had to be something wrong with the sandwich.
Right.
And you would have had to try and call them to get it fixed.
And then they would leave me on hold forever.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that they forgot a part of your order, and you always order from that place, and they messed it up this one time, or something happened and you were calling them to give them a heads up. You weren't even mad about the thing. You were giving them the opportunity to improve, and then something happened and things went awry.
All right. Well, I will script that for the next show. We'll go with that.
Please make it table flippingly awesome.
And let me clarify that too. I feel like as we do this show and people hear this stuff, a lot of people might go, yeah, bullshit. All of this is true, and I don't try to make it happen. I don't try to get myself into situations. These things are legitimately true, and it's not like I go through the week going, oh, need a new thing to talk about on the show. Just things happen, and you're like, oh, okay, I just got that, and it was stupid, but there's a new thing to talk about. So there.
100%. And I don't even think on our funniest day we could make this shit up.
Right.
Let me give you an example. And this is the story of why Emily is so tired today.
We were talking about that before we went on, yes. And I always try to come back to your things, but we just go so all over the place. Tell me about your tiredness, your lack of focus. Well, no, you seem focused, but tell me about your tiredness.
Yeah, so my lethargy is coming from the fact that I didn't sleep very well last night. Everybody who listens to the show knows that I have two sons. They're aged 11 and 12 years old.
Batman and Robert.
Batman and Robert. Okay, so 8:30 is lights out at the secret hideout. So at 8:30, tuck them in, lights out. I go and have my shower, write my list, do some laundry, all of that sort of stuff. At 10 p.m., I go to do final bed checks. So I leave my room. I can't sleep until I know the kids are asleep and happy, okay? So I start toddling off down the hall, and from Robert's room, the little tiny baby one, there's Batman's on the left, Robert's on the right, I see a flickering glow that looks like a fire. Okay? I shit thee not.
Yeah.
There's no smell, though. So I sort of go down there, I push the door open, and there he is in his bed looking like the fucking sun from Teletubby, wrapped up in 1,200 warm white Christmas lights Okay? LED Christmas lights. Hundreds of yards of these things.
Yeah.
And I was just blinking rapidly, positively enraged, because not but 15 minutes before it was lights out, we had a big conversation about how tonight he's going to stay in his bed. Tonight he's going to go to sleep. I can trust him. He's going to be responsible. This is it. This is the night where he's going to do a really great job.
Well, I thought you were going to say you had a big conversation about not wrapping yourself in Christmas lights as you sleep. And I was going to say, wow, that's pretty good forethought, Mom.
Well, no, I did not predict this turn of events.
Right.
And I was just so gobsmacked. I said to him, I don't know. He's like, sorry, Mommy. I was just trying to help you. I said, I don't have time for your bullshit right now because I cannot see how this is helping me. This is actually really upsetting me right now. So we're going to talk about this in the morning, but I can't with you right now.
Right.
Go the fuck to sleep. Okay?
What was his rationale for wrapping himself in Christmas lights? How did this come to be?
Right. So at the time, I did not trust myself not to take him by the ear. So I just closed his door, got out of there, went and rage ate some leftover turkey ham from the fridge, just calmed down a little bit, took myself to bed.
Wait,
Turkey
ham. What?
Sorry, not turkey ham. Thanksgiving Day.
Okay,
Turkey
leftovers.
Day ham. Yeah, leftover ham from Thanksgiving.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay. Whew. I finally went off to sleep, but I was up ruminating. I was so cross and so annoyed. Finally got to sleep, woke up this morning and made him his breakfast and then said, all right, I'm ready. Now, please explain to me what was going through your head because I just can't with you. And I now see it from his perspective, and it is...
This is going to be great.
It actually kind of makes sense. I'm not mad. It's kind of cute. Okay, so here's what happened. He is our little holiday kid. He is the one who he's been decorating for the holidays. Okay, he's pulled out all the decorations, he's put out all the cushions, everything. He's planning everything out and he has decorated the inside of the house. Yesterday evening, he decorated the Christmas tree, and on Saturday, we're doing the outside of the house and he's planning what he wants it to look like. It's late night and he's sitting there thinking about his plans, and there's a piece of information missing. I've just purchased 1,200 outdoor LEDs.
Ooh.
And he doesn't know how long are they? Where can he put them? So he just pops downstairs quickly just to check them out so he can think about what he's going to do with them. Anyway, learning together because he's never done this before, but he unfastens the piece of metal wire that I have fastening the lights together, and then they spring out and all over the floor. They're on the dining table. And so he's gone, rot-row raggy, I'm in trouble. Don't worry. In his mind, he's like, don't worry, I'm not going to let Mum find this. I'm going to quickly take it to my room and put it back together, and it'll be fine. Yeah. So he carries them all upstairs, this little kid, just armful of lights. There are so many lights. He says, so I got to my room and then, well, I wanted to be comfortable, so I got into my bed and I sat them in my lap, but it was dark and I can't turn on my lights because it's lights out, so he can't turn on his bedroom lights because that's against the rules. So he plugs them in, okay? He plugs in the lights.
To better see what he's doing.
Yes, or so he thinks. And then his eyes are burnt with the strength of a fucking 1,000 suns, okay? 1,200 LED Christmas lights in his lap. And then he realizes, well, that's bad. And he unplugs it very quickly. And now, because he's literally fucking blinded, he can't see anything in what previously it was dimly lit and he could make something out. Now he's can't see shit. So he decides the lesser of two evils. He plugs the lights back in. he decides.
At least he has the ability to work that way.
Right. And so, exactly, as he decides to squint his way through what he was trying to do. And then he proceeds to try and untangle them. But because they are so tangled, what ends up happening is he is a little guy sitting in a queen-sized bed with lights all over his lap and all over either side of him. He's got them he's holding them up there and he's trying to pull them apart and they're turned on. And then I walk in. And the look on his face of just, I am so busted right now was, and he looked like a cat, like just with yards of wool, just in the throes of just like, rah! And he was sprung. And then he said, so I was trying to help. And so I was like, okay, I see exactly what you mean. It was very pure of heart, not nefarious at all. It's just a sweet little boy trying to prepare for the holidays. He went downstairs to check one thing. Something went wrong and it just snowballed. And I really feel for him. And so I wish I'd taken a photo because it was top shelf comedy. But you can't make this up.
Right.
This is my life.
As you said that, I could picture it being in some kind of movie somewhere, some kind of holiday movie. And here's what the kid did, some kind of John Hughes movie. And it is perfect and it fits and it's very funny. And I thought, I could do that as a kid. The only difference would be when I got busted, I would try to play it off. And I would just be very matter of fact, like, What? I'm just doing stuff. Oh, this is a problem? I'm sorry. I didn't realize this would be a problem. Okay, then. Now I know.
And I think maybe he would have had we have not had such an in-depth conversation about you cannot get out of bed, you cannot do crazy things, you cannot shoot Nerf guns. Just, if you need help, come to my room, but stay in bed.
Right.
Go to sleep. This was not on my bingo card. It was something else. And I cannot describe how bright they are. That,
well, you bought the good ones, apparently.
I did. And that was the most arresting part of all of this. It really was like looking at the sun, but just this little confused, shocked face just right in the middle.
Like you could probably see the light from underneath the door, like Close Encounters or something.
That is exactly what it was. I could see the light twinkling and emanating as soon as I walked out of my room down the hallway. It was ominous.
Wow.
But there we go. That is the story of why I am tired this morning. I'm no longer mad about it. I'm glad that I didn't shout at him or anything last night. I'm glad that I was just like, this is too fun for me to deal with right now. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow because now that I've heard his side of it, I was like, oh, okay.
I see how that happened.
I see how that happened.
Great story. So, all right, there's three topical things, three entertainment things I want to be sure to get to here in this episode before we talk our asses off. First off, and I'll bring it up, and God damn it, I'm so fired up and excited by this. Pluribus. Pluribus, the new show, Pluribus. So good. I, like you, started it off, and I didn't think the first episode was that great. I thought it was kind of okay. I think you kind of didn't like the first episode. We were texting, and I found out you were watching it too. And are you as into this now as I am? I'll ask you that.
I'm not as into it as much as you are, but my husband is. Okay. And as you know, we watch all of our shows together. So we are one show behind you because he's currently in India for work. But when he comes back, we'll catch up and you and I can talk about it. But we are we're 3 episodes in or 4 episodes in. Whatever we were up to the day we were texting and you were like, there's another one coming out tonight. I haven't watched that one.
Oh, God damn it. Because I was going to say to you, what's underneath the sheet? What's underneath the sheet? I need to know what's underneath the sheet.
I don't know.
There's something underneath the sheet that they're not telling you about. Pluribus is a Latin word meaning many and from many and of many. And this is a show that has lots of metaphors. I think it's about AI and entitlement and it's got Rhea Seehorn from Better Call Saul. You ever watch Better Call Saul? Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's great. To me, I was thinking of this watching Pluribus, is that every guy, aside from attractiveness, what we want in a woman is Kim Wexler. Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul is just the greatest girl. She's smart and fun and will just go with you on stuff and is right there with you on your bullshit. Every guy wants Kim Wexler. So I automatically like her as a person, and she's a great actress. And this is Vince Gilligan, who did X-Files and Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And it's kind of sci-fi, but if you say sci-fi to people, it makes it seem all stupid and spacey, and it's not that. And the first episode spends a lot of time setting stuff up, but once you're into episode 3, you're hooked, and it's basically synopsis. There's an outbreak and everybody on the planet except for like 11 people or something has become taken over by this virus, but they're all happy people, and they're all super happy people trying to look to make the other people happy because they want to make them one of them. They're trying to get them infected, and they don't understand why they're infected, and they will do every little thing that you want. And oh, it's so good, and I just want everybody to watch it. And is this HBO Max? I don't remember. Oh, no, this is Apple. Get an Apple trial or something, or pay $12 a month for Apple. It's really worth it, and there's going to be 5 episodes now, and I'm pissed that I go through another week not knowing what's going to happen next. It's one of those kind of shows. God damn it, Apple, give me all of them. I would have watched them already, but they know now I have to keep the membership, sons of bitches.
Well, it's not just the membership as well. Then you get hooked on other shows because you're like, oh, I got to wait a week. What else am I going to watch? Flickety, flickety, flick.
That's what they
want.
want.
Let me find something else to get hooked on. I love how cheery they are, and we're just walking around our house going, hi, Carol.
Yeah. Anytime she wants something, she just has to pick up the phone and they say, hi, Carol. Like she goes, do I want to give this away? Her local grocery store is not available, and then they make it available is the vague way that I'll say that. It's just...
I just want my Sprouts back.
Yeah. It's such a great show.
Give us a few hours, Carol.
It's one of those that if you don't watch it, you're not allowed to listen to this show anymore. I'll make that ultimatum. You cannot listen until you start watching Pluribus. And I know it's a weird name. They should have called it something else, but she's great. And it's got that great kind of Vince Gilligan, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul writing. And also I remember when I started watching Better Call Saul, the first couple of episodes, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's so weird. And I don't relate to any of it. And then you start to get it, and it just becomes the best show ever. So watch that one.
I was not attracted to it, first of all, by I guess you could call it the cover art. It's sort of this photo, it's an illustration of her, of the lead actress, sort of screaming.
Yeah, it doesn't position the show right at all.
I feel, and of course, we haven't watched it all the way through, and so potentially it will, but it really lent itself towards being what I would describe as a heavier experience.
Yeah.
And at night, I just want to relax. I don't want to get real deep into it like documentary style or horror film or sort of dark thriller. I'm like, nah, I'm not about that. Just I want to laugh at something or something a little bit lighter. But it has moments of funniness. It's not super lighthearted. It's not a Hallmark movie, but it's interesting. It's engaging.
She's hilarious. The things that come out of her mouth are hilarious. And the way she deals with things. All right. She swears like a normal person and talks like a normal person, and she's great.
Yeah, I love it. I want to talk to you about it, but it'll be too many spoilers.
Yeah. And you're right. That cover art makes you think it would be like some kind of horrible sci-fi body snatchers thing, and it's not that. It's not that at all. It's not, oh shit, something's jumping out to get me. It's, like you said, more lighthearted and really good.
Yeah, it's quality. I'm thankful for the recommendation. We actually watched it on your recommendation. She texted me about it like a couple of days before we started it. Then we sat down and we watched every single episode back to back. We just binged it, just watched the whole thing.
I'm just bitter. I'm bitter because I want more now. So there's that. And then also I listened to the best book that I've listened to in a while, and people should read it. Cameron Crowe It's called The Uncool, and it's about his life up until when he became a movie director and producer. And he basically grew up as a little kid with a mom who was a teacher, and she skipped him ahead like 3 grades, and she didn't tell him how old he really was. And he like graduated high school 2 or 3 years early, and all of that is kind of shown in Almost Famous. And basically, like Almost Famous, that movie, that's his life, except it's all completely true. And then there's other stuff that happened. And at 15 years old, because he had graduated high school so young, he was working for Rolling Stone magazine, touring with all these bands and all the drugs and weird shit they were into. And he's just trying to get interviews. And he names names and talks about all of it. And even if he's talking about a band that you don't care about, like he goes into Leonard Skinner, I don't care about those guys. But the stories are so interesting, and just his life was really weird and strange and bizarre. And it's just very smart and cool. And like Almost Famous, that movie is almost completely true. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that movie is true because at the age that he was writing stories, he made a deal with a local high school because he looked young to go back to school as a student and write about the school year as a student. And all of that stuff is true and really interesting. And I want to recommend that to everybody. The Uncool by Cameron Crowe, definitely a must listen to or read.
That sounds amazing. If I have time to do any reading, I'm going to check it out.
And then this came up. I was watching this and I said, I wonder if this is going to be a thing, because it seems like it should be a thing because it's really weird. Did you see Kate Beckinsale on Jimmy Kimmel?
No,
okay.
I haven't been watching her lately, but can you still see her, or has she become completely fucking translucent?
Well, it's good that you said that, because it gives me permission to be critical as I'm about to be critical, because, you know, she's a favorite. Her and Margot Robbie, just complete favorites. I have dreams where they just kiss, and even that's good enough. But what is going on with her? Before I even get into the story, what do you think is going on with her?
I'm not 100% sure what's going on with her, but I do know she had some significant health issues.
Okay.
And she was actually hospitalized for quite some time, maybe about a year ago. And then since she's got out, she looks like a Bratz doll. And just, she's all emaciated and fucked up.
I don't know what a Bratz doll is, but I was going to say Pumpkinhead. And maybe I'll feel bad about this because I assumed it was some kind of cosmetic surgery. Maybe she has health issues, and maybe that is her story. And if that's the case, I'm sorry, but she has this big pumpkin head, and I know it's superficial, but she is the coolest girl, has a great personality. She's funny. She is literally a certified genius, but she's on Jimmy Kimmel with this big pumpkin head, and she's telling this story. And after I heard about it, I went and started looking for stuff, and it has made the rounds. This is news of what she talked about with Jimmy Kimmel, and we can kind of go through this. Here is a clip from Entertainment Tonight.
He laid 2 eggs in a week, is what the bright spot was.
Who did?
The boyfriend did.
Boyfriend laid 2 eggs. Any idea?
Okay, so this is, I am at a complete and utter loss because she said boyfriend. I don't, please continue. I'm out of the loop.
Boyfriend of daughter, I'll give you that, but...
He laid 2 eggs in a week. Is that a British...
No.
Could we rewind for just a moment?
Yes.
Jimmy, we're with you. We're going to need to rewind and seriously slow down because Kate Beckinsale just said her daughter's boyfriend can lay eggs.
If I give you that, what do you think now?
Does he have worms?
We don't think so. If we're having to guess, we don't think that's what it is.
Or does he think that he's some kind of chicken? But roosters don't lay eggs. Roosters don't lay eggs.
It is just so bizarre the way this comes to be.
What does that mean, he's laid 2 eggs in a week?
Well, he said, I've laid an egg. It had a shell and a yolk.
Hold on a second.
It's weird and exciting.
Kate told the bizarro story on Jimmy Kimmel Live. She said losing her parents made for a tough couple of years, and really the only joy she felt came from her 26-year-old daughter, Lily's boyfriend, whom she claims can lay eggs.
Okay. Checking in with you.
So,
Any guesses? Any thoughts? You're not cheating. I see you looking at your phone. I hope you're not Googling it.
no, I was Googling Beckinsale's frickin' pumpkin head.
Big pumpkin head.
And,
Sorry,
you know,
but it's true.
Oh, it's just, yeah. Surely he must be eating something that he shouldn't be, or is he, I don't know, but it has a shell? Is he eating them whole? Is he a snake?
Apparently, it looked exactly like an egg. This came up, and it was so awkward that it was really uncomfortable. I like awkward, but I thought, wow, this is weird. If I was conducting that interview, I would just be in bizarro world. It's not very 517 at all. Here is a little bit more.
An egg came out of his body?
Yes, he did.
Yes, I'm not out of his mouth or ears. It came out the route that it would come out of a hen. But he went to the bathroom and then was very surprised to find that he had laid an egg.
Oh, what? What is happening, and why are you talking about this? And are you a crazy person is what I'm thinking.
And I wouldn't be focusing on this part of the 24 to 48 hour clock. I'd be going back in time to whatever party he passed out at 24 hours prior. Did a butt nugget get put up his bottom? Did he put eggs inside of himself at a party or something? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Like
this is all conjecture.
This is all conjecture. This is just what I'm thinking, though.
When you go to the conjecture, how would you do that without breaking the egg on its way out?
Well, it's a good question. Personally, I've never tried.
Right.
But
like if you went hard-boiled egg, you would think it would still probably crack, and that's all weird. I don't know how.
Eggs are hard. I mean, that's how they're designed to come out, but they are a little bit soft when they do come out. The shells are still soft when eggs are first laid.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Kate doubles down and says it not only happened once, but twice, and brought pics to prove it.
I gotta see this.
No.
Tell me.
So she's got pictures of it on her phone, and Guillermo, the best guy in the world, is walking over to look at it with Jimmy.
Brought pics to prove it.
I gotta see this.
Tell me that's
What
not an
in
egg.
the world?
It's an egg. So anyway, that one.
Guillermo's weird about. Yes? You with the hand up?
No, remember, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
It isn't because I want to speak. It's I'm trying to shield myself from this content. I am averting my eyes in horror. I don't have my hand up to ask a question. I'm swatting away what feels like abject filth.
Okay.
Just.
Maybe if you put it to your forehead, look more like the cover of Pluribus, I think is what Oh, that's perfect. There you go.
Okay.
This is so weird. Do you think
at
any point, here's a question, they always do a pre-interview with a producer before they do the show. Do you think that came up at all in the pre-interview?
No way.
I don't either. There's no way. She just went with this.
There is literally no way, and I like it.
Yeah. And
I'm
that
glad
means
that we heard
that she got on there and is smart and funny enough, even with a pumpkin head, to say, I'm going into the egg story and we're going to see where this goes. I kind of like the rebellion of that.
I wonder how the boyfriend feels about this, because you cannot tell me that he's difficult to find. And imagine being him going to work on Monday morning.
Yeah. Like, what kind of job does he have? Hey, the chicken man.
Yeah.
Chicken man, what are you doing?
I'd start calling in the Colonel.
Maybe there's an herbs and spices joke in there. I don't know. But
I don't know. Finger looking good.
sunny side up. Moon's over Miami. I don't know. Anyway, all right.
It's an egg. So anyway, that one.
They're just befuddled.
Have
Your
you done
daughter's
that?
boyfriend is the Easter Bunny. There's no other way to explain this.
We're not medical experts, but we can confirm humans are mammals who have live births and don't lay eggs. The only mammal who can is the platypus. So, Kate, we don't know about all that science you just laid on us, but we thank you for the entertaining story.
He went to the bathroom and then was very surprised to find that he had laid an egg.
And there you go. I don't know if we'll ever know. I would hope that there's going to be follow-up on that, but I hope that's a mystery that gets solved at some point.
I want to go and look at the photos now. I'll be clear with you.
Well, she's not sharing them with the world, goddammit. If you're going to do that, let's put it up on the Instagram, Kate.
Right? Show me your butt eggs, your human butt eggs. I want to see them. Yeah. But think about things like, don't some people have like sex toys that are shaped like eggs?
You sent me a picture of one, in fact.
Did I?
Yeah. You sent me a text that was it was a meat masher, a thing.
Oh, okay. That was a dual-sided meat tenderizer.
Yeah, of course it was.
From Williams Sonoma that was shaped convincingly like a butt plug.
Right.
But yes, I did send that to you.
Do you think Williams Sonoma knows that?
Definitely. Their social media person definitely does know. They're trying to go viral.
Okay.
But who designed that?
Yeah.
We have to put the meat tenderizer up on the socials because that thing will definitely tenderize your meat, but not in the way.
It's the perfect device.
Wow.
Yeah.
I screenshotted it, and of course I showed Robert, the international drug runner. Both of us died laughing, and then I texted it to you like the responsible adult that I am. Who is buying that? I have to get a gift. I have to get a gift for a I'm going to a Christmas party. All right, Christmas party on Saturday night, and it's all couples from our neighborhood, and I've got to check it out because I'm not going to get it if it's $100. But I'm thinking about purchasing it.
I think you need to get it even if it is $100.
The white elephant gift.
Yeah. I think just to do that and see the faces is worth at least $100. I would really do that. I think that's the best deal ever. If I was still doing office parties, that would be a great one for the office party because you can't get in trouble for that. You can just go, what? It's a meat tenderizer. What would you use it for? And just watch the reactions around the room. And then you know who's up on their whatever.
Yeah. It's $42.
Oh, you got to do it. You have to do it.
Have to do it. The photographs of it is just
she's held the picture
else.
up.
But on its side, it's like, okay, well, that's
that makes
bit more like it. That makes sense. But far out, man, when you see it, it is, for those listening, I would like to paint you a picture. I want you to imagine a silver, sort of George Jensen almost inspired. It almost looks like a masher. It literally looks like a butt plug that on one side has, well, on two sides actually has spikes.
Yeah.
On the flared base is spikes on both sides. It's aggressive.
But then
I
the
think
other
I'm
side
get that
is
for the party.
full-on butt plug. Yeah, it's like it's...
Yeah, full-on butt plug with a ring of spikes, and then the other side is just spikes.
Yeah. Will you send me the link to that, and I will put it up in our social media thing?
Absolutely. Although don't do it yet because I don't want them to sell out before I get mine.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to tip off the public.
Don't want to give them the tip. Okay, so I'm going to buy that. Problem solved. This is absolutely fantastic. I will tell you that last year at this party, somebody, and nobody knows who purchases any of these gifts because it's white elephant.
Right.
Somebody purchased and gifted into the pile a full-on S&M kit with like ball gag, nipple clamps, butt plugs, whips, just all sorts of weird shit. Okay?
Now, what do you think is the inspiration behind that? Were they into that and they wanted to get somebody else into that? Or was it a joke? Or was it just meant to be really edgy to see how people would react?
Just a joke.
Okay.
To make it as funny as possible. And so there are photos floating around of, so the family who got it the dad of the family very promptly put on the ball gag and started walking around the party because it's just comedic. And then would now these things, they perpetually float around. They get slipped into people's tennis bags or, stuff. It's just become this massive neighborhood joke of just the fetish gear. And I can't use the guy's name, but his nickname in the neighborhood now is Ball Gag, insert last name. And so when he shows up, everyone's like, Ball Gag, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty funny.
Now, if I were him, I would put that into an undefined box and re-gift it and use that in the next white elephant competition. Maybe you should suggest, that would be great. You have your thing, the butt plug, and then he could re-gift that. It might be a very fun party if you want to make that suggestion.
It will be quite humorous. I'm really excited to go to this party.
Sounds like
fun.
fun.
We have amazing neighbors, and it's going to be really, really fun. And we're going to walk there. It's going to be super fun. Can't wait. I'm excited. I don't go to many parties, so let's see if they still feel good about inviting me afterwards. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. She can never come back. Well, as long as they don't find out you're a butt plug woman, you'll be fine. Emily couldn't have done that is what they'll think. She's too prude to give anybody a butt plug is what they'll think.
Yeah, but they know who I'm married to. So.
I don't know about Robert that much, so.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I did actually already buy a gift because Macy's had this really amazing sale.
Yeah, but you can return that. You can return anything in this country. Go with the butt plug.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it goes. I'll see if I can get there and get one. I don't know if I can pick one up in stores or if it's only online. I'll keep you posted.
So here's a quick thing. We don't have that much time, and I have bunches of stories that, of course, we didn't get to, but this is something we talked about once, and I wanted to do a little follow-up on it. We exposed the scam that are light bulbs at one point. At one point, we talked about the light bulb scam and big light. And light bulbs were originally engineered to last a lifetime, and they can last a lifetime. But big light, all the lighting companies legitimately got together and had a meeting and said, we're not making any money. We need to make these things so that they only last a year. Planned obsolescence is what it's called. And that is a thing that we as the public are getting screwed. And it's bad for the environment too. So my thought was, in just a follow-up conversation, if we took on Big Light and started our own company and we said to the public, Big Light has been screwing you, we're going to sell you light bulbs that last a lifetime, do you think it would work? Do you think we could stay in business? Do you think there would be spies that would try to kill us? Is there a murder thing that Big Light would try to come get us? How do you think that would work out?
So straight up, is at the front door. I think that what would happen to start with is as long as we could manufacture them for a reasonable price, we would do well and we would sell them and it would be fine.
That's what I'm thinking.
We could get in with construction companies or whatever. All new homes could come with these lights. But herein lies the rub. This can't be a very big company because at some point you'll run into the same problem that Big Light ran into, which is we've now run out of stuff. Everyone's got our lights, so we're only doing new constructions, and there's not enough new constructions to sustain that business. So we'd have to do maybe something else. What else
That's what
would
I'm
we
thinking.
sell?
Can you start this company and plan that and plan to almost be out of business and maybe have something else going on? Because that's almost an inevitability. That was a hard word coming out of my head right there. Inevitability. I think it worked. Okay.
Inevitability?
Yeah, sure. Quincentenary. I had to do a radio promo one time you've heard of bicentennial. There's something called quincentenary. It's 500 years or something.
Oh.
And I could not make it make sense in my head, and I still can't. Quincentenary.
Someone is at the front door.
Quincentenary. And somebody's at Emily's front door.
And they will not go away. They've rung the bell twice.
Oh, tell them to fuck off. Go on and tell them, yo, fuck off. It'd be
It's
fun.
the lawn guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could just end the show here. You want to go talk to the lawn guy?
I I do have to talk to him.
Go downstairs and just be very adamant. I'm up there being busy talking about butt plugs. God damn it.
Oh, man. What a day. It's always a pleasure.
It is. It's been a
Thanks for your
delight.
time.
We'll talk again next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, friend. Bye.
Someone is at the front door.
Okay, you know how this goes. Like us, subscribe, tell your friends, write a nice review, engage with us. We're Total Babble on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, and on Blue Sky. Email is show@totalbabble.com. The Total Babble Podcast.